What about now? Okay, you guys should be able to hear me now. Um, yeah, it was weird, like my audio panel properties. I don't know what track it's sending it to. So hopefully this works. I don't know, like is it sending audio multiple times or just one time? Like I'm not sure if there's gonna be an echo or not. I could put that like up there. That'll be fine. Live chat. Okay. So now that should be right eye. That should be sending right eye information so you can see down my scope. Hmm. Okay, everything's good now. Okay, cool. And you can see through my right eye. All right, so today, um, I kind of want to do a bunch of practice because normally I play on standalone, and the way that your hands sit on standalone is going to be different than like inside of PCVR. I got a wire that goes from my computer into my headset, so my PCVR is going to be more stable, but the placement of my hands is a little bit different, so like the muscle memory is a little bit different. I find that like this hand, I need to kind of like bend it as if I'm actually like holding the gun, as opposed to PCVR. I can just no, sorry, in standalone, I can just project my hand forward. So just kind of working out some kinks real quick. Although I feel like I'm getting pretty close. But if I go here, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just that the right angle of how I need to like rotate my hand is a little bit weird. But I feel like I'm getting pretty close. Whoops. So if I'm here feels a little bit more natural actually. Because I already rotate my hand, I just need to keep that same rotation. I find that like when I come off from my low ready compress, my right hand shakes a lot when I present. Here, boom. But yeah, so that feels pretty good. Do you like the clarity and stuff from PCVR? Yeah, it's really nice. It's really, really nice how much clearer everything is. I think I do need to mess with the settings. There's like an application that comes with PCVR So I think you actually showed it to me, Zach. Like that window, I need to like mess around with stuff inside of that window in order to make it more clear because it does look a little bit fuzzy. So there is some stuff that I still need to work out. Yeah, it's feeling pretty good now. Now that I figured out like rotating my hand, because if I do it how I do it on standalone, it's like this, and then I'm off by a bunch. But rotating my hand puts it into alignment with where I'm actually pointing with my thumb. Because one thing I do when I'm aiming is I point with the thumb on my support hand towards what I'm looking at. It takes out a lot of the estimation and guesswork and like the mental processing. So instead of being like that on standalone, I got to be like that on PCVR, and that puts it right where I need it to be. And then I don't need to like focus too much about like adjusting the sights once they come up. And like even if I'm down here in a conventional, I can come up and fight this way from the conventional low radius. Just like presenting your thumb to that target. So, yeah. All right, let's take that to the room randomizer over here. And let's see how everything feels. Before that, I'm going to respawn in order to get the gear that I'm going to need. Yeah, it can change bitrate and stuff. It's really nice. And your PC, you should be able to get 120 FPS constant with pretty high settings. Yeah. I haven't noticed too much like jittering or lag since I got the cable. Before, my screen used to shake like crazy. The only thing that I do notice is my hands, they do kind of like jitter a little bit. I'm over exaggerating it right now, but it does stuff like this when I'm like aiming. This is me holding it steady. But I can still mess stuff up. Okay, so I just need to tinker with this hand placement. So let's go ahead and get into the room randomizer stuff and see how this goes. Yeah, you have that issue as well. Yeah. On standalone, everything is so steady. It goes exactly where you want it to go and everything. But one thing that's really nice is how much detail your night vision has. And like one thing that if you don't know about, you see how everything here is like fuzzy and foggy, and like my hands are all fuzzy and foggy? You can grab the top of your nods of your night vision and click the thumbstick, and you're going to change the focus. So like I can read my watch. I should be able to read my watch from here. Although I think it's like too bright. It still like blurs it.
Come stick with me.
But yeah, you can change the focal distance of the headset, which is really, really cool. And also the color and all of that stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. One thing that I do want to kind of practice today is like switching hands quickly as I'm like going off certain angles. So let's go ahead and get into this. Sounds like there's a dude right here. Yeah, I think I found the right spot to put my thumb at. That feels really good. Okay. I feel like I'm moving a little bit too quick, but we'll hammer that stuff out. Okay. I saw somebody through that crack. I don't want to be banging on the door. And this one's open. Okay. I guess we'll just do it to it. Oh, I thought I saw somebody through here. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's go this way. Okay. Okay, I think that's the exterior. Maybe that's the exterior as well? I hear a bunch of walking though. Come on. Okay, okay, I think this way there's more dudes. Should be at least. Yeah. I'm guessing I came that way already? Did I get everyone? Yeah, okay. So I got everyone. Everybody. So one thing that I need to work on is like, when is the right time to kind of lean over? I've been doing so much like dynamic stuff with my teammates that my deliberate stuff kind of took a hit. My ability to like know how and when to lean and all that stuff is like a little bit shaky. but I'm working on it. Where's the chat at? Hey, Wolf, how's it going? How's it going, man, Martin? I also have this issue, been trying to fix it. It's like it's too sensitive. Yeah, like too sensitive to hand tracking or whatever. I don't know. My hand might actually just be moving, and that might be a problem. But we'll work on it. Let's bring this stuff over here, and let's go for it.
That's them! Take them down! Move! Now!
Sounds like there's dudes to my right and dudes to my left. I know there's a guy right there behind that door. Okay. Let's just commit this way. Yeah, dude, right here. Come on. Yeah, that's one thing about PC VR is this is not always the most responsive. Okay, so I know there's dudes over there, so I'll go towards the threat. That was really sloppy. Not very crisp in that movement. Okay, that's where I came from. Yeah, that's done, but that felt really sloppy. Oh, using PC VR. I don't know the difference between PC or just using Quest to play, but your hand looks shaking a lot. Yeah, that's the thing. My hands, like, they shake a lot as opposed to standalone. So I don't know what the difference is. Wolf, do you want to play or are you going to sleep? like pretty soon. Fuck it, Zach, do you want to play? I know we've been trying to like get a date to play together, Zach. If you want to play now, I can start up a lobby. Very soon. Sorry for that. Yeah, it's all right. If you need to sleep, you need to sleep. Cool, Zach. Yeah, we'll get that going, and then I can also test if I mute myself inside of the game. If you're going to hear me or not. I should be able to mute myself, but we'll see how that goes. So I'll go back to the main menu. And then I'll go multiplayer. I understand. We can go to connect co-op. Do you want to play on the DLC lobby or the Operation Sandstorm lobby? We'll most likely be doing room randomizer, so we'll just go Operation Sandstorm. You're on a headset, so we could do PC VR co-op. So let's do that. Been a while since I played in a PC VR lobby. If I do this, yeah, if I did this, then I can go. And then I'm gonna want to have it private room, create the room. Now step away from there so nobody can see that. And I will give you the code on Discord. Let me open up my Discord. How am I going to do that? Discord should be on my third monitor? No, second monitor, I think. Yeah, here we go. Sorry, guys. One mementos. Okay, Zach, I sent you the link in Discord. Oh, I can use the G45 now. So yeah, let's get that going. Ergi, let's rotate this around. So we have breaching charges and flashbangs here. Cool. Cool. So that's all good to go. Tomorrow will I play at this time? I don't know. Ask me tomorrow. you have my Discord, so ask me tomorrow if I'm gonna be playing at this time. I don't know. I go day by day. Day by day. What am I wearing? Let's do some tactical dress up real quick while we wait on Zach to join. Camo 4 is purty slick. Oh, I don't have a vest on. Yeah, I should probably put a vest on. So Camo 4, go back. Plate carrier, hips only. Which one is this one? Yeah, let's go ahead and put that on. Camo 4. That looks pretty slick. What else do I want to mess around with here? Knee pads. Boom, throw the knee pads on. Go back. We're going to change this to what, like coyote brown or just brown? Yeah, I think just brown fits the best with this. Eyewear. Headwear, eyewear. Let's get the aviators going. Cool. Save that. And now we just swap quick. Where are you at? Oh, he joined, but then... Hmm. Interesting. Where's the chat at? You having any problems, Zach, or... Check Discord. Should be fine with the... You should be fine with the code that I gave you. Try it again, and then if it's not working, then I'll remake the lobby. But, like, that's always worked for me. That code. Try it one more time. Because it looked like you did join there for a second. Okay, I'm going to redo it, and I'm going to give you a different code. There, that one. It's not made yet. We'll let you know when it is made. Yeah, it says that you just entered the room. All right, yeah, maybe that is a problem. So we'll go ahead and we'll redo this. So here, and we can go. We'll go. Okay, try it now. The new code I gave you. And that should work, hopefully. Are you there? Hello, hello? Yeah, every time you try to join, it just kicks you. I don't know what the problem is. It's 4 digits. Okay, try this. You make the lobby and I'll join it. Send me what the code is in Discord. Because this, for whatever reason, is just not working. Yeah, you go ahead and make the lobby and then send me what the code is. Oh, are you trying from... Okay, you might be trying from the wrong lobby, but no, it wouldn't let you... Anyway, just make a room and then send me the code on Discord. Yeah, waiting on you, man. Oh yeah, backpack. Oh no, I got the back panel. We're good on that. Night vision mode. Okay, yeah, that's good to go. I like having no night vision when when I'm not using it, it's almost like I stowed it somewhere so that the night vision only shows up when I use it. But also I have it to where like the mount is there. So when it does come down, you can see it like connected to the mount. If you just use where's the helmet? Headwear. If I go into headwear and I just use the one without it, these ones, it won't have like the mount on the top. So what I have to do is I have to click this and then I have to go to no night vision and it'll do the last one that you saved. But you have to do it from the lobby in order for it to save, and then to where once you hit none, it puts the right one on. But you have to do all of that stuff from the lobby. But that's a pretty cool thing that I like to do. So that during daytime operations, I don't have like NVGs flipped up. Because in real life, that would throw off the balance of the headset, and not the headset, sorry, the helmet. It would throw off the balance if you were to rock it up. So that's why I do that. Okay, so we got a code. We got a code. Houston, we have a code. I can stop rambling now. Okay, so it's going to be... Whoops. Put my hand like this, I guess. And go... Oh, whoops. And we can go join room. Okay. It was weird. It kept saying your name was user unauthorized.
Yeah, I did some beta on Steam that supposedly would help with the shaking, but it didn't.
It didn't help at all?
No, it's like, I don't know. Like, your hand's definitely making that, like, twitching, but it's like it's like over exaggerated in the game.
Yeah, I wanna try something real quick. So I want to find a way to where I can mute myself and still talk to the chat and not be like talking over everybody inside of the lobby. So I just want to check this out real quick. Can you hear me now?
All right.
Testing 1 2 3. Okay, so you couldn't hear me when I was talking there, right?
Nope.
Okay. Chat, can you guys hear me? So Unkillable Sock. Can you hear me while I'm talking right now? I'm just testing something out with like muting in game so that I can talk to you guys and not the people that are inside of the lobby. I'm doing really good. I'm doing really good, Sock. The code is 9.5. See you putting in the numbers. My name is user unauthorized. Yeah, but do you have a headset? Do you have a headset, Sock? Because last I saw, you didn't... Like, last time I talked to you, you didn't have a headset. Anyways, I'm gonna get into playing with my homie over here. Maybe show him some things here and there, and I'm gonna keep an eye on the chat. So I don't yet. I'm thinking about getting one of those meta quests. Yeah, that's what I have. I have the quest 3. Motorcycle. Get your priorities straight, man. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so do you want to hop into like room randomizer or something?
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Let's.
That's all I've done. I haven't done any of these like. That's all I've done.
Okay, no missions or anything yet.
No, just trying to get the movement down.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. You can force the start. I just don't want to walk in there because then everybody on stream is going to see the number, and then I've had people like jump in all the time. When people see the code, they just jump in, and it becomes a whole deal. So
Okay.
yeah, you can force start,
Start
and then
moving up.
yeah, then just start it up. Cool. Vroom vroom. I'm in me mom's car.
Mission's live. Stick to the plan and stay on point.
Okay.
I keep having this issue sometimes where, like, if I crouch, my plates are like overlapping everything here.
Oh. Yeah, sometimes like depending upon like where your character is, yeah, he'll like move in and out of your plates and stuff.
Yeah.
So, the way that I have my plates set up is that I have like utility like on my body, and then like beyond the utility I have the magazine, so it's like stacked in my vest.
Okay.
Because the way I think about it, the only time I'm going to be grabbing for utility is when I have time to like be looking down and doing whatever I need to do. But the magazines are more protruding, so even if I'm low or if I'm in whatever stance I'm in, I can grab the magazines because they're more protruding outwards.
Okay.
Since that's something logically you would grab within instances where you don't really have time to mess around.
Okay.
So I have my utility like right sucked up on my body, and then my magazines are like overlapping on top of them. And then my gun is like in my magazines essentially. I should.
So I just need to have everything like out enough to where it's not gonna. Where'd the other one go? I don't
Oops.
even know what
Yeah,
that is.
It said that my PCVR was disconnected there for a second. Okay. Sorry, what were you saying?
Okay. Let me just move all this out.
Yeah, you can move shit out and then bring it in. Just make sure you don't forget anything.
Okay. That.
Another thing that I do that's a little bit weird is I have my pistol in appendix carry, which like you wouldn't want to do if you had kit, but in VR it's just a lot easier to grab by my lower abdomen than like on my sides. Because like I can feel my abdomen by just my abdomen, and then I just need to connect my hand with where I feel. It just makes a stronger touch point rather than like on my hip, because I can't feel my hip from my hip, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The lower abdomen is more sensitive.
Okay, that should be fine. It's like really far out now.
Okay. Yeah, you can like micromanage it and try to like suck it in. Like I don't like seeing my
Mhm.
magazines if I'm looking straight. So that's something that all because when you do it like that, sometimes it creates like a little bit of a window because your magazines are like too far out and you can see them on the bottom.
Mhm.
Does that make sense? Yeah, so like I'll
Yeah.
suck it in as much as I can, but yeah, having it protruding out, it helps a lot in those situations. And then your your utility, you're gonna grab it at times where you have time to like check all your gear and stuff. So yeah, so you're squared away for the moment.
Yeah, it should be.
Okay, cool. So what exactly do you
What do you
want
want?
to do? Do
You
you want?
tell me. I mean, whatever you want to do. I've just been doing this like since I got the goggles.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to like just run it? Do you want me to teach you some stuff? Like what exactly are you expecting from this? Because like basically, I don't want to just come here and be like, oh, it's time to fucking teach you if you're not here for that. Do you know what I mean?
Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
I
Hello.
think I yeah. I didn't hear anything you said.
Okay,
I
yeah. I
think
can
I
I
like
can say it again. I can say it again. So
whatever you want to do.
all right, yeah. But I'm asking you like, do you just want to run this, or do you want me to like teach you some stuff?
You can teach me some stuff, and then we can, because I've never done this before. But
Okay, cool. Yeah, I only ask because like I don't want to just like impose myself on you. You know what I mean? Like if you're just here to kind of shoot the shit. So that's why I ask. But yeah. So if we come over here, come on my way. So as it comes to like a doorway, let's just isolate the door and I just want to know how you would work this doorway. Say you have as many
from where
people
you
as you
are,
need from wherever, with
um,
as many people as you need. Just isolate this door problem. How would you deal with it?
like you want me to place everyone around me, or just like how I would do it by
Just
myself?
just talk it through with as many people as you need to deal with this, right? Like if you need 5 people, if you need 2 people, however many people you need. Just ideally, how would you work this door is my question.
Um, well, as far as like anyone else, I've only ever like Ready or Not, Ground Branch. It's always just been me. So if I was like on this side, I would just lean forward. It's locked, and then I'd back up, like start pieing, and then the door's like halfway open. So if there was somebody on this corner, like this is more of a like I can go here and then look around here. So I would just kind of do that.
Okay, so you're going off of just one man?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you come back out and if you were to do it with 2 people, how would you do it? Or like if you had other people to help you out.
Well, if it's locked, then you'd probably use like a shotgun or something.
Well, let's
Um,
just go off of it's not locked. Just to kind of simplify, and then we can build upon that. Build upon those ideas. Just give me 1 second. Please. Please and thank
Alright.
you. Whoops. Sorry. My whole like headset restarted and whatnot, so just give me a moment.
Yeah, it happened to me a few seconds ago.
So we'll
I
pin
like
that.
was adjusting it and I knocked the power button, I think.
Okay, cool. Yeah, everything's set. Okay. Yeah, so if you're working 2 people and this door is not locked, how would we address this situation?
Okay, coming from that way or this way?
You decide.
Like if this was Like, well, if you're coming from this way,
Mm-hmm.
if I was the first guy, I'd probably go past, and then the second guy would be right here.
Mm-hmm.
He would open the door, and I could see inside of it.
Okay.
And then I don't know if he would pie it or I would pie it, or well, I guess I have the first look, right? So I'd probably do something like that, and then go into the room.
Okay. So the idea is that you're over here and you're pieing it first. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I just want to get your like your thought process correct. So you're gonna pie it first because you see first into the room. That's what you're thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now after you pie, then what's gonna happen? Are you just gonna go in? Or is there something else that will happen in between?
Well, I don't want to like bump into this guy. Like, obviously, I wouldn't pie all the way over here.
Mm-hmm.
So probably just halfway or to that corner, because this guy can probably see like directly in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what the hell? After that, just like a check somehow, and then I would go into this corner. The other guy would almost just ran in my dresser. I would go into this corner.
And
I
then
don't know where the other guy would go.
okay.
I guess that way, but like the door's in the way, so it'd be like a little awkward, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. And then once we're in here, probably probably this door.
Yeah, well, we can get into that kind of stuff later. I just want to know, like, this one doorway. So once we enter in, then it's basically index on this problem. So one thing that you said at the beginning was that you would roll over as the first man. Why? What is your consideration in rolling over to the other side?
Well, if the second guy was right behind me and I just stop here,
Mm-hmm.
it would like I don't know, he would run into me or like we'd get all jumbled up. So I would just go here.
Well,
That way
if you for devil's advocate, right? If you go ahead and you post on this side, so just post on this side. Like it doesn't, like it's not crazy for me to like come over this way, right? So
Yeah.
it's not exactly that we would be jumbled up, but you have other considerations as to why you come over here.
Right.
Do you have other
Like-
considerations besides getting jumbled up on that one side? Because the second man
No, I
could
mean, if-
theoretically just do the same thing that you did.
Yeah, he could. I'm just saying, like, if he was closer behind me, like
Mhm.
if he was like, this far back, then yeah. But if he was like right behind me and I just stopped,
Mhm.
like, I wouldn't want him to, because then he'd have to like stop and then go around me, or just sit right here if there
Mhm.
was more people and they were on that side. But if it was, yeah, I don't know.
So your primary consideration is that like you guys are too close and you might get jumbled up.
Yeah. If
Okay.
there was like, I mean, I guess if the hallway is smaller too, this is like obviously a big open area, but
Yeah, well, we're not
Yeah.
worrying about the hallway. We're just worrying about the doorway because once we start worrying about the hallway, then a bunch of other considerations open up. So I'm just
Right.
trying to limit it to like this door is the only thing in existence in all of the kill house.
okay.
So I will say that coming over to the other side is the correct response, but the reasoning behind it isn't there. And that's okay because I guess you're working off of like what you think is like the best answer or whatever, but the consideration for me rolling, like if I was coming down this hallway, I would do the same thing you did, come over here and post right here. But it's not because I'm going to get jumbled. It's because of the concept of attack the crack. Are you aware of that
Right.
concept?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, however the door opens, whoever's going to see first light into that room is attacking the crack. So we want to get on attack the crack as soon as possible. That's why we send the first person over there. So I come up on this door. I see it's a push door. I know attack the crack is going to be over here, so I'm going to post up over here. Now, if we were to come up on this door, moving in this direction, I'm not going to roll it over. I'm going to stay on attack the crack.
Okay.
So the first person that gets to the door attacks the crack on that door. Because that's the best way that you're going to hold security on that door. Say
that makes sense.
Yeah, so if I come over here and I'm moving in this direction and then I roll it over this way, and then, okay, we're not going in this door, but the door opens.
Mhm.
Right? This angle here is going to be a fucking shit show. Sorry for swearing. It's going to be a really bad situation. If somebody's over there
Right.
holding security, I just need to dive into this and get into a really bad spot. So the first person attacks the crack. So go ahead and just get on attack the crack real quick. And then the second person is going to come up, and I am going to look at the doorknob. I'm going to reach for the doorknob. If it's open, cool. If it's not, I'm going to continue to look at the doorknob and get whatever solution I need to defeat the locking mechanism. Now, once the locking mechanism is done or this door is open, I'm going to grab it and I'm going to look at you. Now, when I look at you, that's a request. Are you ready for this door to open? When I look at you, you give me you can give me this, you can give me this, just some type of indication that you are ready for this door to open. So go ahead and get ready. I have the door. I look at you. Okay. Now I'm going to open it for you. I'm going to back up and I'm going to hold it from this angle. Basically, what I'm doing right now is I'm making sure that anybody in that deep right corner, so through the door and to the right, doesn't collapse into the sector of the room. So I'm cutting this off, which is called the floating angle, essentially. I'm cutting this off, and then I'm allowing you to do your pie. Now, the reason why you do your pie first is exactly why you thought. It's because you see first into the room, and as that door's opening, you're going to see stuff inside of the room faster than me. So you're going to take your pie up to 90. So you'll come to 90 degrees, and then you'll come back. And then from there, I'll do mine. So I'll do mine. And then from here, we need to have a nonverbal conversation. So in this nonverbal conversation, there are two things that you can say. So if I'm here, I look in there and there's a bunch of shit that I want to tackle, I'll go like that. And that means I want to go. If I look over here and it's a wall, there's nothing for me to do, I'll check up, and we call that opening the gate. So right now there's a gate. If I shine my laser in here, there's a gate, the line of fire from my gun.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I go like this, I'm opening the gate so that you can enter in.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So if I come here, boom, okay, I see over here's a wall, go ahead. And then you can send it, and then I'm following in behind you. Now, if I request this, then you would open the gate for me, and then I'm going in, and then you would come in behind me.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And this is always based on whoever has more threats on their side should be going first.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So you would go first right here?
Here, if I look at all of this stuff, I would probably check up, because it's there's a wall right here and there's closed doors. If that door was open, then I would be yeah, give me that shit. Right? If the first door was open, I'd be give me that all day. But it's it's all closed and stuff, so I'll go like this, and then you come over here, right? And you see there's fuck all. And then you check up as well. At that point, somebody just needs to dive into it. So if I'm here and then you check up, okay, fuck it, I'm going.
Okay. That makes sense. Because
Yeah.
I would do that because there's literally nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing on that wall. One very loose SOP that we tried to implement in the beginning was if I have the door on my side and we're both checked up, then I'll send it, because the door is a dead space. Like if you come over to my side, you can see that somebody could hide behind this door over here.
Right.
So like, yeah, the whole room isn't that big of a problem, but there still could be somebody over here.
Mhm.
So if we're both
Yeah,
checked
that
up,
makes
the
sense.
dude who has the door is gonna send it.
Okay.
And then that kind of breaks apart when you like have a pull door, because then it just basically, if both are checked up, somebody just send it and the other person read off of that, essentially.
All right.
So yeah. Yeah, let's try that on that door over there.
Okay.
You have any questions?
Nope. I'll figure it out.
Okay, cool. So I'll get behind you. Squeeze. Only worrying about this door. Yep, good, good. Now I am going to grab this. No, back up.
Okay.
What
I got it
does
mixed up.
what does
Okay.
this mean?
That means you go.
That
This
means I
means
want to
okay.
go. That means I want to go.
Right.
So go
Okay.
ahead.
Do I like respond to that at all, or do I just?
Yeah, you would
like,
open the gate, because the firing line of your rifle, I can never walk through it,
Right.
because that's a
Okay.
safety violation. So when I request this, you need to open that gate for me. And the best way to do that is go ahead and check up, because even there, like, I'm going to get shot in the legs if you do pull the trigger or if your gun goes off. So
Okay.
either have this, or if you're going to go low ready, make it really extreme, like really exaggerated, that like I'm not going to get shot if I move.
Okay. All right.
So that's why I kind of like this better. High ready, we can have a full conversation about why I think high ready is always better than low ready, unless you're first man. But yeah, you would open the gate for me, and then I would send it in. So guns up,
Okay.
pointing into the room. We did our pies, all that stuff. I'm going to request this. Cool. Now I enter. Boom. And now from here, I can just go high ready, and we can continue to work on that door over there, or whatever we choose to do next. But that makes sense, right?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Okay, cool. Another thing, now that we're like on to doors, is do you know what a coffin door is?
No.
Okay, so a coffin door, this is the best example we're going to get in Room Randomizer. Yeah, we could argue that like we could work it from here. We do have like a good amount of space to like bail to. But let's just say that like the wall starts here and you know, continues in that direction. This door would be a fucking nightmare to try to work, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because like we would be right here trying to open it and then fight from this. So in those situations, we use breaching charges.
Okay.
And the way that this works is one guy is going to attack the crack, and the other guy is going to place the charge. So
Okay.
let's get you on attack the crack here. Right? So you're attacking the crack on that. What I'm going to do, I would have my gun out. What the hell am I doing? I would have my gun out. Now I get my charge. Make sure you're still looking at, like, you're still aimed down on it. Because if this door opens, that's your responsibility to beat up whoever was in there. So make sure your gun is not pointing at my hand as I place this.
Right.
Okay, now it's placed. Now my job is to tell you which way we're going to run. So before I pull this, I'll be like, yeah.
Okay.
And then you give me an indication that you know. Okay, cool.
Right.
I'm going to pull it. I'm going to say burning. When I say burning, we just sprint out of here.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Burning. Yep. And now whoever is like most ready to like push into there is just going to push into there. Since your gun is pointing at that and I'm in a high ready, our body language represents that you're going to go first.
Okay.
So you go ahead, nice and slow. nice and slow. Yeah. Now, as we approach this, yeah, exactly. As we approach this, you want to end up on that side, and I'll be over here. I have nothing, so you can push in. Yeah. So, another thing that I want to talk about is as we move up to a door, it doesn't have to be like a slow, congested thing like our conversation here, like whether I want it or whether I check up. If I'm coming up over this corner and then I check and I go like that, that's just, you're free to move. You don't need to request it or anything. Like, you can just go. If you look over at me and I'm like this on a doorway. Yeah. So let's go ahead
And like in this,
Yep.
from right here, you probably wouldn't even have to do that because, like, since I was the first one in here, I can see that there's nothing, like, as I'm going around.
Yeah, I would I would want to like check this just to make sure that the walls connect, right? Like the walls connect here. But it might be a situation where there's a door here that's open, but you deemed it safe enough to be able to like pass by it to get over here.
Right.
So I just want to be aware of the situation before I check up. So, okay, everything's safe. Now I check up and you can send it in. And that'll happen pretty quick. So like if you just look at the way that I come into here. So yeah, go ahead stand inside of there just to kind of like see the pace that it would be. So you go in, you're going around, okay, I'm going to check this, and I'm like that. And then he would shoot in, and then I'm coming in behind him.
Okay.
So it can be very fluid.
Right. Do you have it set to walk or run or what?
I have
I think
jog. I have jog, but I like feather it.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So like if I want to walk slow, I just press it a little bit, but if I want speed, I'll press it full bore.
Okay.
Is kind of the idea. The idea.
Cool.
Yeah, okay, so we can also go over like breaching shotgun stuff. So let's see, let's find like a locked door. Okay, locked door right here. All right, so we come up on this. Yeah, go ahead and tack the crack so that I can show you how all of this is done. I'm up over here. I go grab it. Fuck, it's locked. Okay, I'm going to tap on my head. Tapping on my head, some people will confuse it for like I need a breacher. But what we're signifying here is that we need to set up the situation so that we can breach. So
Okay.
I'm going to be holding this with my gun, but I want to transition to a shotgun. However, transitioning with nobody plating me is going to be very dangerous. So when I'm here and I tap on my head, I want you to come over to my shoulder. Now, if we have an extra person, we can call for one more person to get over there. Once I see that you're covering me, then I'm going to switch over to this. Go like this, put this over here, hold it from the smallest angle you can. I'm going to look over at you. Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to blow this, and then once I blow it, I'm backing up. And then if we have another person, he's going to assume my position. If not, I'll get my gun out, and then we'll operate the door. We'll work in the direction of the door.
Would I stay right here, or would I go to that side, or like over here?
That's dependent, right? Like if we have another guy over here, then he's going to do his pie, and then you'll do your pie, and then you guys will decide who's going to go in. Now, if we don't have enough resources to have somebody over here, then because we're in a single stack, you would work your way to the other side.
Okay.
And then,
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, at any time that you are in a single stack and you do the whole sweep, you have the executive decision as to like if you're going to send it or if you're going to let it go, because you've seen everything.
Right. And then, like, if I was over there, then you would get your gun back, and then it would be like the same thing we did with every other door.
Yeah, like I would get my gun back, and I would kind of see like what's going on here as best as I can, and then I would just follow what you tell me. because I just
Okay.
want to understand what's on my side of this wall or this room. And then I'm going to
Right.
do what you tell me. Like, if you want to go in, I'm releasing that gate and I'm coming in behind you. If you release the gate, I'm just sending it in here.
Okay. That
Or,
makes sense.
yeah, raise the gate or
So
whatever
if
you want to call that.
So in this scenario, would the guy over here go first or the guy over there?
What do you think? Based on
This
what,
guy?
yeah, based on what you've seen from everything here, this is going to be Fucksville. So we want to send it in this way.
Right.
So you would just quickly request that. I would release it, and then we're going in.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, it's intuitive.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we get in here,
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, if I went first, I would go left. Would you go like right and then post up on that corner right there, or would you like how would that work?
Okay,
we're
so
not like
as we're looking here, are we putting this into play? Because if we are,
no,
like it gets a
just
little
if
bit
this
more
was a
difficult.
wall.
Okay, yeah, okay. So if it was like this, what I would do on my side is I would come here, I would check this, scan over here. Okay, I see a door. What I'm gonna do is probably come over here and just pin it like this, because this guy
Uh-huh.
is gonna come over here and he's gonna be working to this side.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
how
would
I
just
thought
end
it
up and land
would go.
here.
Yeah.
Now, if
And
this
then,
was a wall and we were doing like Angleman Corner Boy stuff, then I would come here and then I would come over onto this wall and just watch my Angleman as he's like progressing around that. Have you looked into like Angleman Corner Boy stuff?
I think I saw your I saw your I saw your video on it, and I thought from the thumbnail it said single man, and I don't have friends, so I clicked on it, and then I was like, fuck.
No, it was the single most. Yeah, I can't remember what I named it. Like the one most effective tactic for CQB or something like that was what it was called.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But
yeah,
yeah, I've seen it. So you would like I would be at a wider angle here, and then you would be closer on the wall.
yeah. For Angleman Corner Boy, you mean, or you mean like when we're taking this door as it actually is?
Like for what you're saying. Like if this like plywood, if this was like a U-turn.
Oh,
If this
okay.
wall wasn't here.
Yeah, then I would just
Then-
I would chill right here, and you would like walk that angle out.
Right.
And I'm looking at you to see if you need support. So I'm trying to think: is there more shit that we need to talk about here exactly?
Let's do a pull door.
Oh, okay. We could actually just come over here, right? Ooh, so we have two ways of pull doors here, right? Okay, yeah, we have that pull door and we have this pull door. So we have one that we could possibly work with two people, and we have one that you're most likely going to want a single stack. So which one do you
Okay.
want to talk about first?
Doesn't matter, whichever one.
Okay. So I would suggest, yeah, let's talk about this like double stack. Oh fuck, this is actually not that great of a door. I wonder if there's one that like pulls out, just because of the angle of that door isn't exactly the greatest. Because when it opens on the other side, it's gonna like lock in the other person.
Right.
Let's see if maybe this door. Okay, yeah, this door is better. Okay,
Okay.
so that door's closed. So we'll get into the position where we're like attacking the crack. And then you'll go ahead and get on the other side. The way that I prefer to do this is to where I'm going to breach it and I'm going to throw it to you, instead of you reaching across the door.
Okay.
So you would get your gun up and ready on this door. Now I'm going to grab it and I'm going to swing it to you, and then you'll grab the handle and pull it so that you clear it. And then you can get your eyes on it. I'll do my pie because I'm attacking the crack. Then you do yours. Right. And now for whatever reason I want this. Yeah, and then I'll send it.
Okay.
So the only thing that really changes is how we're going to open that door. Now, if we are in a situation where we have to like single stack this, you'll get behind me and you'll just be ready. Like you're not attacking the door. And also you want to give me like some space just because I'm going to be backing up pretty quick. So I'm going to self breach this from right here. And if there is anything, I can address it just like that.
Right.
Grab my gun, back up a little bit, and then I'm going to do this. And then it's the same thing as what we did in the breaching, right? So I'll request this.
As you're going that way, would I like get closer here?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And I wouldn't like you're in front of me. I wouldn't try to get like an angle, right?
It depends how far I'm into my turn here. So like as I'm moving up like this, you probably don't need to like grab an angle or like more information. But as I start to break this 90-degree plane, then you can start to kind of own a little bit more of your angle. So like if I end up over here, you can be looking in to like see what's over there.
I just meant like as you were opening the door.
Oh yeah, as I'm opening the door, you're just chilling behind me.
Okay. I wouldn't like come over here or anything. I would just stand
Well,
behind you.
now we're talking about some different stuff, right?
Okay.
Because this
And
this is called an offset entry.
right. Okay.
So where we can get an offset entry, yeah, but that's not exactly like this isolated problem of the pull door.
Okay.
But does that
makes sense?
okay? So that makes sense. We can now talk about offset entries if you want.
Yeah, I'm just following you.
Mm-hmm. So offset entries. Okay, so you would get if I'm doing an offset over here, you would get over by the door. There's just a lot of signaling stuff that I kind of need to do from this position to like display what's going on. First off, I'm going to throw my laser onto this door to make sure that you know that I'm working this door. Do you have red laser or green laser?
Red.
Okay, grab your module and press the top button. And now throw the laser on. Is it red or green?
Red. The top. Okay. Yeah, now it's green.
Now it's green? Okay, cool. So you'll be able to like see this a lot better as I'm like throwing that up, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So if I throw my laser on this means that like I'm ready to work it from this position, essentially. So if we have a bunch of dudes over there and you guys are super sucked in on that door and I'm over here on this offset, I can throw my laser to tell you I have an offset. And then
That makes sense.
you'll grab the door and then you'll look at me. Yeah, and then I can give you one of those real quick. And then you'll open it. And then this door becomes my door now.
Okay.
So I can go ahead, I can walk it out and join you guys. But let's say that this offset is like 50 meters that way. Like I'm in another building or something, something crazy like that. Maybe I don't want to walk that out because as I'm walking up to it, I have no cover and it's the idea of like extraction of angles. We can talk about that in a little bit, but it might be a bad fucking idea. It might be a bad day for me to walk up that distance. So in those instances, I'll do something called an angle release. Now, that's just this. Like just this sign right here means that I am releasing the angle to you guys. So whoever's closest to that door is then going to work it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, if you do that, I pie it, or you've already like seen, so I would just go. If you do that?
You do it how you want to do it. It's your responsibility now.
Okay. And if the door was like in this situation,
Mm-hmm.
the handle's on the left side. So if the handle's on the other side, you'd stand over there, right?
It doesn't really matter what side you stand on, to be completely honest. What you're doing from over here is you're just swinging it and you're backing up right away. So you're swinging it and then you back up. So
Okay.
you're not like you're not working this until I leave my position to come up.
Okay.
The main utility in doing this is you are setting a trap for the other people inside of the room. So the enemies that are on the other side of this wall, you're setting up a trap for them. And the way that this works is if we're on the other side and this door opens, where are we expecting the enemy to be? By the door somewhere, right?
All right.
So if we were to aggress on them, we would want to like deal with the close, whatever's close to us. Because people open the door, they're going to be close to the door. But this guy over here is waiting from a distance. When they round that corner to address somebody that's close, then we engage on them.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so the person over here is essentially just bait for the trap.
Okay.
So open it, back up, and then once this guy deems that it's safe and he's like walking up, then I can start to like join him and get some information about what's over there.
Okay. Okay. Let's do this.
Do it from number one. All right, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, we can do it both sides. So I'll be the offset, and then I'll let you be the offset. Okay.
Okay. Shit.
Yeah, cool. Now I did step out a little bit quick for the for like the demonstration, but you do kind of want to chill here for a little bit, let it breathe, and wait to see what happens, and then go.
Okay. Oh god, I just stepped out of my. Where am I? I turned the corner and my mirror was looking at me.
Rip.
Okay, I knew
Rip
that.
it a peps.
Yeah, the boundary is like. It's like barely the size, and as soon as I move, I can see it. I need to figure out if there's like a way to change how far away you have to be to see it. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So now what?
So that all makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Okay, so
For
I
two
don't.
of us, like if
Yep.
there was more people, I feel like it would be a little less intuitive, but
How so?
like if you were here,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not for that guy, but for this guy, okay, maybe they go instead of me moving up.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably just follow them. But if I was to go here
Mm-hmm.
and then say I want them to go, okay, I guess I just follow them. Or if I went first, they'd follow me.
No, if you walk up, then you're part of the breach. Like
Okay,
you're not gonna
that
walk
makes
up
sense.
here and then release it. Like you're already here.
Okay.
So if you're gonna release it, it's gonna be like from over here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let me talk about like extraction of angles and also the advantage of being at a distance to an angle. So the best place to show this would be at the beginning section. So let's go over there. Okay. So let's say I have an offset for this entry at this distance. Like let's say there's a wall here that I'm like barricaded behind and they open up that door. Now I'm checking this and most likely I want to release this because as I'm walking up, if there's no cover or nothing over here, it becomes really difficult for me to like get to cover. See how long this takes?
Right. Yeah.
So that's when you would release that kind of stuff. However, if I can see that there's like dressers or like maybe some barrels or something that I can hide behind, then I can like move up and be close to those barrels. So if somebody peeks out, then I can get behind the barrel real quick, or behind like some cement blocks or some type of cover. If I have that in between, then I can use that. But if the extraction of angle is like so far, then I don't really want to be moving in this direction, and I want to release it to somebody else.
Okay.
And that's just based off.
And would they like, if you did that and they went in, they would wait for you to get close to them?
No, you completely release responsibility of that. Like that is now the people by the door. That's their responsibility.
Like you're all the way over here, they go in. Now what do you do?
Look for something else to do.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not really part of that entry anymore. Like maybe they secure that area, and then now I can walk up because like the danger from that direction is not super. Like it's pretty much eliminated once we get guys inside of there and we're controlling that room.
Yeah, I'm saying like, okay, they're over like
Mm-hmm.
this is like there's just this.
Yeah.
And you're over here. Okay, they go in. Let's say like that door right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you're really far away, are they gonna like wait on that door until you get there?
You mean like they enter in and then they see this door?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody would just come to attack the crack on this and then wait for the rest of the team.
Okay.
So once
Yeah,
you...
I was just asking because like it would take, a few seconds to get back here.
Yeah. But most likely there's going to be people like around this area closer than where you are.
Okay.
And...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like once they enter in there and like you don't hear any gunshots, nothing's stopping you from like running up over here to like join with them.
Okay.
But I guess your question is more like, would they just keep pushing through or would they wait for you? Is that kind of your question?
Yeah, like would they wait?
Okay. For this, we need to get into like controller calls and bigger team movements. So if we enter into here and we clear all of this room, we have 3 doors. So the first 3 guys that enter into here need to attack the crack on all of the doors. So the first guy would move to the very last door and pin this right here. Then we would have another guy pin this and another guy pin this. And then the 4th guy that comes into the room is going to look around and decide, okay, where are we going to go? So...
And that would be the guy that was all the way down the hall, right?
If you only have 4 guys, yeah, I guess so. But like if you have 6 dudes, it could be like another dude that's close by the doorway. So we could have had like 4 dudes move into this direction. However, we default to 2 in each room unless we need more people. But that's something we can talk about in like very soon. We can talk about in what situations are we going to grab more people. But if we have 3 people attacking the crack on all of these doors, and the 4th person in would decide what door we're going to go to. Now we have 3 people attacking these cracks.
Like,
mm-hmm.
So if we were going to, like, if I was the last person and we were doing this door, they would all stack up here?
No.
Or would there be like one guy stacking up here?
No, it would be like everybody would keep holding security on their stuff.
Okay. So it'd just be me and this guy going into here, and then from there...
Yes.
Do they come back in there, or do we come back out here?
It depends how many people we have. So if we literally only have 4 people, then once this shit opens, we can call to collapse to move that way if we have more shit we need to do in that direction. So if we open this door and there's like 2 more doors, we can't really progress in this direction. So we have 2 options. We can pull everybody in that direction, or we can reverse back to this door and hold it from here and then work in another direction. But that's all like what
Right.
does the controller want us to do?
Okay.
And the
Makes
controller
sense.
calls are like important for that kind of stuff. But what was your question that I needed to talk about? Okay, yeah. When do we grab more people? So we'll default to 2. However, if we find ourselves, this angle is better. So if we find ourselves at this type of instance, when we're doing our threshold assessment, we can see that we have two threats over here. We got that open door, and we also got a blind corner. For every extra problem that you see or extra threat that you see inside of the room, we want one more person. So
Okay.
if we're just worried about this open doorway, then we'll call one more. If we see that and we see that blind corner to the right, we'll call 2 more.
Okay.
So for this, we might want 4 people. And then in this situation, I'll push this way and I'll look down this wall. And then the second man will come here and check behind the door and then snap in this direction. Third man will enter in and he'll choose like which one of these he wants to go to. Now, I think that maybe coming over here would be the best option. And then the fourth man would come to deal with that. So these dudes branch out, they deal in those directions, and then the next 2 people plug the holes as we enter in.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, that's good.
So we default to 2, but then ask for more as we need them. Another thing that's really
Right.
important is immediate clears. So in an immediate clear, okay, so let's just make entry on this, and then we'll pause once we're inside, okay?
Okay.
So I'm asking for this. So I'm going to come in. Once you get in, pause. So who should deal with this corner?
Me.
Do you see any problems with you dealing with that corner?
Like with all these here?
No,
Or
just
just
this. Just this angle.
Well, I mean, this, in my mind, we do like an angle man corner boy.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be the correct response if this was a lot further that way. Now, the reason for
Okay.
this is because I'm over here, I'm going to dig this, and then I'm moving this way. Now, there's a rule. Do you know about the 1 meter rule?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 meter rule dictates I can't shoot within 1 meter of my teammate. And so, in order for me to get a safe shot on this angle, I need to move out to like right here.
Right.
So all that distance that I need to cover is time. And if anybody pops out of that corner, then it's going to be very hard for me to deal with that.
Okay.
So based off of that consideration, it's better if me on the corner, I come out and I deal with this.
And then would I, like, if there was something over here, I would hold that, or what?
Yeah, you just find something else to do essentially. But there might
Okay.
be like
Yeah, makes sense.
there might be a situation where like this is all closed and there's nothing for you to do. Then like you'll come this way. You'll see he's doing an immediate clear, and you'll just check up. You'll just check up like this, and then maybe come over here to be his corner boy if he needs one.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
And also,
That's good.
when you're doing your immediate clear, you don't need to like come like this. Like you can take all the angles and distance that you want. If you wanted to come out this far, you
Right.
could. It's just that
Yeah.
you need to deal with that. And you need to be aware of that
Yeah,
1
that
meter
makes
rule
sense.
consideration.
Yep.
So, and then this also bleeds into different ideas of, oh yeah, back here, sorry. I'm like turning us all around and shit. So if this door is open and this door is open and we're coming in this way, I have an immediate clear right here. So we're going to need one more. So when I come in here, my job is to watch this, plug on this, because nobody else can. If I'm here looking in this direction, who's going to shoot into this room? Right?
Right.
So I need to come here and I need to plug this because nobody can shoot in this direction safely. And then the other guys will pass by me and deal with the room.
Okay.
That's why we call that one more. So I would come here, boom, I would go this way. You would shoot down the wall that way, and then another guy would come behind me.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, and then you guys would deal with the room, and then I would get one more to push in this way, and then I would go this way, most likely.
All right.
Yeah. Have I like melted your brain with information overload, or are you good to keep going?
No, it's good. We can keep going.
Okay, cool. Let's do some Angleman Corner Boy stuff, I guess. So, Angleman Corner Boy. So, can you explain to me what you understand about Angleman Corner Boy, and then I can fill in the gaps?
We
Just
have,
on
like,
this
a
corner
guy-
right here.
Yeah. So if I was over here, I have like a better angle,
Mm-hmm.
and then this guy, I don't know. I guess okay. So I guess his priority would be like that corner, like further to the right, and then my corner is over here. I don't know. I guess not. I just know that like as I'm coming over here, you're like supporting further on that way or like wherever. I don't know. You explain it.
Yeah, so I'm supporting you as the corner boy. I'm
Right.
like nothing over there is my responsibility right now. My responsibility is looking at you and seeing what you need. So if your gun goes dry or you want me to hook into there, that's all your decision. You're the boss in this situation, and I'm just looking at you. Now, from
How
over
would
here, yeah, we can get into that. So from over here, is there anything that you would need to give me as you're playing this out? Let's say that this is a straight wall, right? It's just this L shape. Is there anything you really realistically need to give me as you're coming out here?
Other than the doors, no. It's just there's nothing here except the doors.
Yeah. And this closed door over here, are we really, really scared of this closed door?
No.
Like
You take the open door.
Yeah. But there's nothing for you to like really give me in this situation. You're going to come around, you're going to see that door's open. Oh shit. Okay, I'm just going to continue my movement here. And once the angle man comes out far enough to where like this guy is safe to hook that corner, he can just hook the corner and move down.
Okay.
So if you get on that corner right there, go ahead, get on that corner, get your gun into play. Okay, ready up. Like put your gun into a high ready like this and just look at me. Right?
Okay.
Because there's nothing on this corner that you can realistically do that I can't. Because
Okay.
yeah, you might have an angle here, but from over here I have an angle like this. Like I own all of this. So there's nothing that you can
you
realistically
definitely have
help me
like a
with.
better.
Yeah. So you would be looking at me, right?
Okay.
And then from here, once I move out to where it's like safe enough for you to come in, then yeah, you can just come in, right? And now we'll continue to
Right.
work on this door over here, and now we can move in this direction. Bam. That
Right.
easy. Now that is a very
That-
simplistic way of doing Angleman Corner Boy because there's no complications. Now,
Right. Yeah. There's no like other factors.
we'll open that door. Now there's something that we need to deal with, right?
Right.
So from here, okay, so I see that there's something there. You should be looking at me. Your back shouldn't be to me. You should be able to see me
Okay.
at all times because you're at an angle that you're not exposing to that corner. So there's no reason
Mhm.
for you to be there's no reason for you to be orientated in this direction. You should be orientated towards
Right. Okay.
And this does two things. You'll be able to see what I'm doing, and I know that you're not going to hook into that corner.
Okay.
Like if you come, yeah, go ahead and stand right here. I'll show you an example. Right? If I'm like this looks like I might be considering to go in there, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, if I'm like this,
Right.
see how that body language is like that's all you.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes
So
sense.
that's kind of what it is. So yeah, go ahead and get on that corner. Yeah, make sure you're not exposing. Now I see this. So because I see this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to release this to you. Now what that means,
Okay.
the corner boy always takes the inside angle. Always, always, always.
Mhm.
And then from here, I'm going to release that and I'm going to get closer to you. So you can go ahead and hook that inside. Preferably from a crouch if you get nice and low. Yeah, and now I'm like over top of you. I'll end up like over top of you. Yeah. Now we're right here.
Like this.
Yeah. Now
So,
if
so
we
I would just sit here. I wouldn't like dig this out at all.
No, you just sit there.
Okay.
Now if let's take that back right door out of play.
Uh-huh.
Now what you can do is you can snap to this doorway that I'm looking at and move out to
Right.
your right. Yeah, and pie that off. And now we're going to end up here. See how that works out?
Right.
Yeah. And now if we did have a situation where both of these are in play, then we need a third person to come up and decide like, okay, what the fuck are we going to do? All right. Let's go ahead, give me like one more dude, and then we're going to push both of these at the same time. So this guy who's standing here is going to end up and coming this way, and then this guy who's like down low looking over here can come up this way, and they're like back to back. And then we'll have
Yeah.
two more people to slot in on either side.
Okay. Yeah.
So
And then
however, go
would
ahead.
you would you take these rooms like simultaneously after that, or what?
I would suggest maybe taking this room first.
So they, like, if they go over there and pie it, and they don't see like any threats, they would just come stack up over here.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe what you would do actually is have three people, and these guys would go back to back, and this guy would come over here, and he could just pin it from like right here. And then those
Right.
guys go in, and then like, okay, that's clear. I don't hear any gunshots. I can come and I can hold it from like right here. And then I get a
Okay,
squeeze.
yeah, that
Okay, we're
makes
going in
sense.
this direction, and now I work that way.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, the main thing is releasing that thing, and then that the corner boy is always looking to the inside, and I'm looking that way. Now there is, okay, yeah. So a split threat situation. So we have both of these doors in play, and we'll just say that this is a wall coming down this way. So we're an Angleman corner boy. I can see this, and you're along the wall. Now I can go ahead and I can release this doorway, and I'll look at the other one. Right? Release this and then look at that one. And then you guys
Okay.
can go ahead, work that close one, and I'm going to keep my eyes over here.
Okay.
And then you do your job. Go ahead.
If you were like, if I was here, and you were back there looking at that door,
Mm-hmm.
could I go past this so you can get like a better angle over here?
Yeah, you could. But from over
Okay.
here, like I'm already kind of dealing with that. So
Let me see what you see.
yeah, so if I'm
You're not,
over,
like, looking into the room, you're just seeing if somebody comes out of the room. Or like
yeah, you're holding
contact.
security on that thing. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
But
that
like
makes
there may be situations where like I'm over here, and maybe it's more narrow, and like I want to like come out this wide for whatever reason. Now that angle gets difficult to hold. So in that situation, you'll basically use me as a wingman to like get to the other side. and then you can hold it from like right here, or maybe deeper, or wherever you end up standing.
Okay.
Right. So if this guy is going to block your view, then it's probably best to join him to get to the other side.
Okay.
But if you have the angle and you have the space to be able to hold it from here, you're probably better holding it from here from a distance.
Okay. Yeah.
As they work that, because one guy is going to go around that way, and then a third guy is going to stand right here to cut off this angle. And
Mhm.
I'm just watching that if anybody comes out. Now,
Okay.
there are situations as well where this is like super cramped, and like there is no possible way that I'm going to be able to release this and hold that. So in that situation, it's probably best if I just go ahead and I shoot into here with one dude, and then the third guy will come out and be the new angle man on this. So you can either release or you can cut into it. But that's depending upon like how confined you are in a certain area.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I need to take a washroom break, but after that we can run some room randomizer and test all this stuff out.
Yep. We can do that. Do you want me to like leave all these doors or like randomize it?
You
so they're
can,
all
yeah,
closed?
you can randomize it, yeah. But I'll be right back.
Okay. All right.
still there? Okay, cool. My thing disconnected.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, I don't know. It's like the game thinks I'm crouching and it's like overlapping.
Hmm.
Sometimes if I crouch a certain amount of times, it fixes itself. Like right now, it's fine.
You good to go? Or
Yeah, you want me to spawn enemies or targets or what?
guarding enemies?
Okay.
And I'll see how good I do on PC VR. Okay, cool.
See how good I do in general. All right.
Targets are live?
Yep.
All right. Let's go. Let's go left door.
All right. It's locked.
Yep. See, that's why. Because you looked over at me and you're like grabbing on the door and oh fuck, it's locked. Right.
Okay.
Because it's just a whole
I
waste of
see
me
it's
going
locked.
like this. Yeah. So make sure
Alright,
the lock
okay.
is okay. Go ahead and tap your head. Okay, so I'm gonna come over. I'm going to set up the situation to where you can get your thing out.
Are you serious?
Just go
No
again.
way.
Go
Look
again.
at
Work
that.
through it. Work through it.
This is it.
Okay. Blue. Okay, cool. Now you can come through on your side. Yeah, go ahead.
This door?
Okay. Yep.
Right here.
Let's get a little offset on this. Cheeky little offset.
Shit.
Fucking guy. Okay. Let's do this the right way. So one quick second. In what situations would we use a breaching charge?
If there's no space here.
Yeah, coffin doors. Yep.
Okay. Everything else is just like shotgun or hammer or whatever.
Yep. Let's go left. Okay, so do you feel safe being on that side?
No.
Come on behind me, man. So this is a shit spot, but sometimes you just got to make the best of what you have. So I'm going to open this and I'm going to
Okay.
back up. Fuck. Okay. Time to make the best of a really shit spot. Okay. On you. Try to make that more exaggerated. Like instead of like this, break it down and be like that. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Yep. On me. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Let's get a breaching charge on this.
Burning.
Do you feel good on that side?
No. Would I reach across now?
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
One second. Okay. Cool.
Oh, okay. I got it now.
Move out of the way just a little bit. Is that everybody? One more. I don't know where this last guy would be. Maybe this room? Squeeze. Go for it. Okay. Yeah, one thing we need to change with you. When you point in a direction, move in that direction.
Okay.
Keep
'Cause it-
dropping shit.
Because like if you come behind me real quick, like if I'm coming into this room and I go like this and then I go like this, see how
Right.
confusing
I'm just
that
so
is?
used to doing it by myself. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, and also when you came over here, like you were here and then you came like this, right?
Yeah.
It's always better if we're going to be pushing in the direction. If your
Right.
direction isn't the right direction, then go gun up, essentially. Like if you don't want to be coming this way, then just go gun up and all push in that direction that we want to go. That's more optimal.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, so we'll come back over here. There's one more dude around here somewhere, but I have no clue where he's at. So
It's probably on this room, but the other side.
yeah, it's probably one dude that we didn't shoot enough. Or there's a room here that we didn't clear. Yeah, right here. It's this door right here.
Oh, that's probably my magazine.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to that door because it's like it's a little bit better for me to approach from. So I'll go over there and
Okay.
then when I come out, I'll take ownership of this. All right.
Okay.
Burning. Where is this dude?
Well, I shot this guy with the breaching shotgun and it did nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't really hurt that much. For them at least.
Probably.
So I think that there's a room right here. I just don't think we can get to it. Yeah, I think there's one room that's closed off over here. If I check up top. Yeah. There's one dude here, but there's no way to get to him.
Yeah, I haven't had that happen to me yet.
Oh, it's happened to me a few times, yeah. So if you want to re-randomize it and then spawn new dudes, we can go ahead and hit it up again.
Do I have to clear them first
No,
before I
just
spawn them again?
no. Just randomize and then spawn, and it'll clear those. Oh fuck. You don't have any stems, though.
I have flashbangs and where are you? I have flashbangs.
I'm on the
and
ground.
breaching traps. Oh. So how do? So now what?
No, well now I'm dead, but you can like
kill this guy?
You can
Oh,
revive, dude. Dudes. Yeah, now spawn
Okay.
guarding enemies. Watch out, make sure you're not exposed to that center.
Alright, we're good.
Okay. So we'll go again. Let's go right side.
We've got.
I don't know where my breaching charges went. They disappeared. Thank you.
You feel safe there?
I mean, the door opens. It's a push door.
Okay.
So I mean, like,
Yeah.
the door's kind of gonna be like my way.
If you feel safe, that's your choice.
Oh. Does it not reset my ammo? Oh, I didn't respawn. I'm gonna do this real quick. Okay.
You pull it out of here and you put it underneath.
Oh, okay. I was like,
It's. Get ready.
Let's go. What got you that time? Was it too fast, or were you moving a bit too quick, or?
I'm not sure. I just got gunned.
Okay. Do you want to do an offset?
Sure.
This way. This way.
Yep.
This way. You just
This-
I don't know if you flicked your thumbstick or what happened.
I just.
That should be everyone. Yeah.
How do you how do you like if we go into this room, there's 3 doors. Which one? How do you determine which one to go through? Like the one that's closest to you, or like?
What I'm doing right now is called Skin of the Ship, which is like moving along the exterior of the building.
Okay.
So I know that this is outside. This is exterior. So if I come through this door, okay, left side is exterior. We don't need to worry about that. What's the next room that is going to like keep us on the edge of the building? It's going to be that door right there. So okay, we'll come in here, we'll clear this. Boom, boom. Now we can go through here. Now since that is going to keep us on the exterior, I want to prioritize moving through this room. Okay, I come here. Boom. We come in here. Boom. Next door. I know this is exterior. Next door is this door. Come through here. Boom. Another exterior door. Now we have this door. Come through here. And now we would come here. And now we can choose either one of those doors. However, this door is more guaranteed to be around the exterior. So we'll move this way. Boom. Okay, that's exterior. Now, which one of these rooms will keep me running along the exterior? It's going to be this one right here. So then, okay,
Right.
push into that one.
That makes sense.
There actually might be I think we killed everybody, but we didn't check inside of here. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I think
need
my
to, like,
I think my battery's about to die. Yeah, I think my battery is actually about to die here.
all right. I need to get better at like reloading the shotgun and shit, and using the utilities. I keep dropping shit or like grabbing the wrong thing.
I think I can maybe go for like one more run. And then after
Okay.
that, it's game over for me. Yeah, let me go ahead and respawn.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Let's throw it on helmet cam.
Okay. Respond.
Cool.
Okay.
I am good on you. Let's go left.
I see.
I'm just getting one shot.
Yeah, the shotguns are a little rough. I don't have a stim charge. I don't have a stim, so I'll just wait here.
Okay.
How much time you have left on your respawn?
5 seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, last room. Do you want that on an offset over there? On me. Oh, why'd you give that up?
I probably should. What do you mean?
Like you gave that up from over here. Why?
I don't know what you mean. Show me what I did. I should have went first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gave it up. You opened the gate for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have went first.
Yeah, you should have requested that like this, and then I give it to you, and then you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I realized that as soon as like I did that, and then I saw, like, this is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you go like this, I'm just sending it, right? And because you
Yeah.
have this weird tendency of going like this, it's like, okay, well, I guess he's doing it, and I just send it, right? Because you have a
Right.
weird tendency to be like, okay, you're gonna open the gate like this.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright. Like this.
Yeah, break it down like this, like.
Okay. Got it.
Right, instead of something like this, like that. Yeah, there you go. Actually, rotate this hand outwards to your right. Yeah, like that. Boom.
Okay.
Because essentially, think about it like it's like in the nook of your underarm, and then from there you can push it out. Like you punch it out from there. Yeah, we should probably talk about like different shooting stances and stuff next time. Next time we play together.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, your high ready should be right here, and then you can press it. You can punch it out from that area. But yeah, let's keep going.
I see him!
What are you doing?
Throwing
Oh,
a flashbang?
yeah, put your flashbang back. What you can do is go like this. This is our indication for flashbang. Wave your hand
Okay.
up and
Would
down.
this be a good scenario to do that?
Yeah, if you feel like it, yeah. You're first man on that. So you wave and then I'll throw it. Not you. Not you. Not you. Not you.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you're holding down this angle, right? If
Yeah.
the dude comes, I don't want you fucking around with a flashbang. So
Right.
give me a little wave. Give me a little, yep. Okay. Now I'll grab one. I'll pull the pin, and now I'm going to get low so that you can aim over my head as I expose myself. So getting nice and low. And now I'm going to toss that there. Going to back up. That's all you. Nice. Yeah, I would advise not being on that side, but
Right. But okay, I guess I have to.
if you come behind me, right, I can show you how I would work this. So from this situation, it's not ideal, but I'll grab this and then I'll walk out like this.
Right. Okay.
We've got.
You just love walking into those corners, don't you?
I mean, I'm only used to doing this with no one else. So.
Yeah, so come behind me. Come behind me. Like, you should never want to be in this small of a corner. Because if shit goes bad, where are you going? From over here,
nowhere,
I can completely walk away from this if I need to. But over here,
Okay.
there's no area for you to get safe.
Okay.
So it's basically suicide being over there. So you can just get up behind me. And then I'll open this and yeah, don't be aiming into the corner. Like if I'm self-breaching, I'm dealing with this corner.
Okay.
Because it
So
could have been
I just
it could,
wait then.
yeah, it could have been a situation where you shot through me to kill him.
Right. Yeah, I had to like. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you would just be like up against this wall, not really doing anything until I start to move out. Now you can start to come help me. Yeah, there we go. Yep. That should be it. Yep, that's all of them.
Cool.
Cool. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there for now. Yeah, remind me next time we play to show you the different shooting stances and how to like index your rifle and stuff. That's usually what I first run people through. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed.
Okay.
I hope it was informative,
Yeah,
helpful.
that was fun.
All right, cool. So I appreciate you, man. Both.
Okay.
All right, man. You take care, huh?
All right. You too. See ya.
Yep. See ya. All right, guys. I am really low on. Whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna leave now. Sorry.
thought I'd.
All right, guys. Well, I am really low on battery. And I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope it was enjoyable. I'm going to try to maybe stream again tomorrow. I really do enjoy streaming. It's just like with this new setup, my battery is a little bit lower than it used to be because I'm running a cable straight to my computer. So it does give me extended battery life, just not as much. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great afternoon, and I'll see you next time. Take care, guys. See ya.